morning. I'm back out on the AT for 2 weeks. I just got dropped off by Don Rains, my shuttle driver, at Mountain Lake Road, heading north. And my first stop is at Wind Rock. These are my views. Beautiful day. It's a little chilly out today, but it's a beautiful day for a hike. I've been hiking for a little over 2 hours, and I just came up on War Spur Shelter. I'm gonna have my lunch. Hello. Finished my lunch at the War Spur Shelter, and this is a really pretty area. It's all the rhododendrons, and there's a pretty little stream. There was one man at the shelter finishing up his lunch, and he's really the first one I've seen all day so far. A lot of people are in Damascus for trail days this weekend, so I think the trail might not be too crowded. I've been steadily climbing for the last 3 miles ever since lunch, and I just came out of the woods to a parking area, and there was a man there handing out trail magic. So I was very surprised to see that on my first day. So he had all kinds of sodas, beer, chips, candy bars, beef sticks. So that was nice treat. So now I still have about a half mile on this climb, and then I have a few downs, and then I have one more climb up Kelly's Knob, which I'm hoping is a little more forgiving than the Kelly's Knob in Georgia. So this is what the trail looks like. Doesn't look that steep, but it's pretty steep. Huffing and puffing. Catch you later. This is Kelly Knob view. The trees are pretty much blocking it. Probably would have been great in the wintertime before the trees or the leaves got on the trees. I have about 1.5 miles to go to the shelter. I'm staying at Laurel Creek Shelter tonight, and there's one other couple that's here, and I just finished making my dinner, and I am having pasta with tomatoes, mushrooms, onions, zucchini. It's very tasty. Dinner. There's the shelter. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 2. I spent the night last night at Laurel Creek Shelter area. It was really nice, and there was plenty of campsites. I started off being there by myself, and then 3 other people showed up later. So it was nice to have some company. And I got an earlier start today because they're calling for rain and I wanted to get some miles in before the rain came. So today, the highlight of today, we'll be seeing the Kefir oak, which is the oldest oak tree on the southern part of the trail. So I'm anxious to see that. Right now I'm walking through a lovely meadow. Let me show you. This is the meadow I'm walking through. You can see the dark clouds coming in. Birds are singing. Those mountains over there are where I came this morning, and I hiked all through those pastures, and I'm still in a pasture. It goes up here. About 2 hours into my hike, I came across a parking lot, and there was a man there handing out trail magic. So that was a nice surprise. He had made homemade biscuits, and he had some fresh fruit. So I was able to have a banana, and that was really good. So 2 days, 2 trail magics. I can't believe it, really. It's such a blessing. And now I have reached the Kefir oak. The Kefir oak is the oldest oak tree on the southern part of the trail. Oh my gosh, it is so big, and just the branches are huge. Look at this. It's amazing. It just goes way up there. It's beautiful. After lunch views. I have about 4 more miles until I get to the shelter. It's going to be an early day today. I've done 12 miles, but it's going to be an early day. Trying to beat the rain. Right now I am venturing across all this rock slab. This is the trail. Glad it's not wet. This is the view from the rock slab. This is the Eastern Continental Divide. All the water to my left flows into the Gulf of Mexico, and all the water to my right flows down into the Atlantic Ocean. These are my last views of today. The rain still hasn't come yet, so we'll see if the weathermen were right or not. This is the Nide shelter. This is where I'm going to be spending the night. It's supposed to rain, so I think I'm going to sleep in the shelter tonight. And this is what the campsite looks like around. There's plenty of tent spots. Yeah. I did 12.6 miles today. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 3. Last night I stayed at the Nide shelter, and I opted to stay in the shelter because they were calling for rain. We had a couple raindrops, and that was the end of it. So, kind of wish I would have pitched my tent because I sleep so much better in my tent and I don't have to worry about disturbing others. There were 4 other people in the shelter and 3 tents. People pitched their tents, so pretty full house last night. Doing 10 miles today, so not too bad of a day. And I'll be coming across the Audie Murphy Memorial, and I'll explain a little bit more about him when I get to the memorial. See you up the trail. This is Craig's Creek, and there used to be a bridge here, but it got washed out. So I have to do a stream crossing, and it looks pretty low. So that's a good thing. I had to come down this ladder, and now I'm going to make my way across the stream. Ooh, it's cold. Feels good on my feet. Let's see, here is the best way to cross. There is a way around it if the water's too high, but this wasn't bad. Feels good on my feet. Today is Sunday. So much to be thankful for. This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. I'm just so blessed and thankful to be able to be out here hiking this trail, and that my body allows me to do it. So I give all credit to God for helping me to stay healthy and fit and able to do this. I have much appreciation and thankfulness for everything that the trail provides. It really is a spiritual walk for me a lot of the time, because you're so alone with your thoughts and you can really reflect on your life and the direction that you want to go. So I just want to thank God for all his many blessings on this beautiful Sunday morning. I've been climbing up Brush Mountain for the last 2.25 miles, and I came across this bench. Perfect place for a snack break. This is the Audie Murphy Monument. Audie Murphy was born in Kingston, Texas, and he died near this site in an airplane crash. He was America's most decorated veteran of World War II. He served in the European Theater 15th Infantry Regiment, 3rd Infantry Division, and earned 24 decorations, including the Medal of Honor, Legion of Merit, Distinguished Service Cross, and 3 Purple Hearts. He was survived by his wife Pamela and 2 sons, Terry, Michael, and James Shannon. He was also in several movies, cowboy back in the day. Thank you, Audie Murphy, for your service. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 4. I stayed at the Pickle Branch shelter last night. There was no camping sites right around the shelter, so I had to go back up into the woods a little bit, which was fine because I was all by myself on a nice bed of pine needles. So I have a few minor equipment problems. I have a slow leak in my air mattress, which I had to re-blow up during the night. And my one trekking pole, the locking mechanism on it, broke. So I have that duct tape. But I'm going to be hitting a town in another 2 days. So I'll see how everything holds up between now and then. And if I have to, I may have to at least replace my trekking poles. I think I'm going to get a hotel room in Daleville, and I can put my mattress in the bathtub, fill it up with water, and see if I can find the leak and patch it. I do have a patch, so I'm hoping that works. But today is the start of what they call the Virginia Triple Crown. There are the 3 gems on the trail. Dragon's Tooth is the first one I'll come to today. Then tomorrow I'll hit McAfee Knob. And then the next day I'll hit Tinker Clefts. So, a little chilly today. The weather has been perfect. Couldn't ask for better. So, I'll catch you up the trail. I've been climbing uphill for about 1 mile now, and it brought me to this very nice little outcropping of rocks and my first view of the day. Mountain laurel is all in bloom up here on this ridge. So pretty. And just like that, I'm at the 700-mile mark. I've hiked 700 miles from Springer Mountain up until this point. Well, I made it to Dragon's Tooth. I'm not so sure I'm gonna climb to the top of it, but people do. Well, we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to make my way up Dragon's Tooth, and I have to go up underneath that boulder. So we'll see how it goes. So I made it up most of the way up Dragon's Tooth. This is the view. I still have up there to go to get to the very top of it. So we'll see. As long as I don't look down, I'm good. Well, this is as far as I'm going on Dragon's Tooth. I'm not going all the way up to the very, very top. I have a fear of heights, and it's not worth the risk to me. Happy to be here. Well, I just got done finishing climbing down Dragon's Tooth. It's a little more technical coming down. I couldn't even remember which way I had gone up. So what an idiot. Oh well. I found my way, the safest way anyway, but I didn't quite make it to the top. I am fearful of heights, and my fear got the best of me. But it was still a great experience and great views from there. Now I'm heading to Four Pines Hostel. I think I have like a little over 2 miles till I hit there. And I can rest for the day, take a shower, do laundry, and do my resupply. Catch you down the trail. First time I've seen these type of lizards on the trail. I have no idea what kind they are. I had to come down off of those rocks. Quite a scramble. This area is called Rawley's Rest, and it gives you a beautiful view of the surrounding mountains. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 5. Last night I stayed at Four Pines Hostel. Had a wonderful stay there. I can't say enough about the place. It's donation based, so basically you just leave what you feel it was worth. There's no set price. So it's a 3-bay garage with a bathroom shower. You can do your laundry there and hang it on the line to dry. They shuttle you down to the market that has some sandwiches, pizza, burgers, and you can do a light resupply there. It is kind of pricey, but you only just need like 2 days worth of food till you get into Daleville. So it was really, really nice. The owner, Donna, went out of her way. She made dinner of lasagna, beefy mac and cheese, nice big salad, and then for dessert, she made a blueberry and blackberry cobbler with vanilla ice cream. And it was somebody's birthday, so we celebrated their birthday. And then after all that, at night they had a campfire and they were roasting hot dogs, if you wanted a hot dog. So it was really amazing. And this hostel has gotten a bad rap in the past. They had some issues with some of their employees there, and they are long gone. So I know a lot of female solo hikers like myself did not feel comfortable staying there. So I was a little leery about staying there, but I was watching the reviews on the app that I follow, Gut Hook, and they became very positive. So I just thought I'd take my chance, and I'm glad I did. I met a ton of new people, and all's good. So today I'm on my way to McAfee Knob, which is the second stop in the Virginia Triple Crown. It is also the most photographed spot on the trail. So I'm anxious to get there. I'll see you up the trail. First views of the day. Hikers from the hostel. Everyone's on the trail. This is a nice spot to take my morning break. I've hiked 5 miles so far this morning in 2.5 hours. So that's pretty good for me. And I can definitely feel my legs are getting stronger. I'm approaching McAfee Knob, the most photographed spot on the AT. Quite a few people up here getting their pictures. This is the view from McAfee Knob.
All right, got her back up.
This afternoon we will be hiking along that ridge and going over there to Tinker Cliffs.
Oh, right, after all my cashews.
Oh, you did? Did you pack it today? Did you eat them already?
This is unreal. Beautiful. had a great time on top of McAfee Knob, which is the second stop of the Virginia Triple Crown. This is what the trail looks like now. Nice and smooth. And we're going to be walking across the ridge line, I believe, over to Tinker Cliffs. That's the third stop in the Triple Crown. I'll see you up the trail. Trail goes up there. I'm on some ledges, and these are my views. I believe that river below me is the James River, and I'll be crossing over that in a couple days. Made it to the top of Tinker Mountain, and this is Tinker Cliffs. And over there is McAfee
Oh,
Knob,
wait. Lean back there, Missy.
or McAfee Knob, and that's where we were a few hours ago.
I got
So-
McAfee in the back.
We went across that ridge line.
Sorry.
Went
Here we
across
go.
that ridge line all the way
Got
to
some
the
explaining to do.
to where we're at now.
Yeah, because it says it's still 0.1 ahead.
So the trail follows right along the cliffs. And this is what I'm seeing to my left. This is the third spot of the Triple Crown. Oops, almost tripped. This is amazing. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It was well worth the climb. Good morning. Welcome to day 5. Had a great stay last night at a campsite called Lambert's Meadow. It was like right next to a little stream, and I was camping there with another woman, and there were other people around also. So I hiked 16 and a half miles yesterday, which was my most so far on this trip. And today I am heading to Daleville, which is a town, and I'm going glamping, staying at a Super 8 where I can sleep in a bed, get some town food, take a shower, do some laundry, and just relax. I have about 9.5 miles to do today. Catch ya up the trail. first view of the morning. It's looking down. There's a farm down there. I can hear a train in the background. Getting closer to Daleville. That is Carvin's Cove Reservoir. Before, when I saw that from quite a distance, I thought maybe it was the James River, but I was mistaken. Very pretty. Well, I made it to Daleville. Now I'm on my way to Three Little Pigs Barbecue for some lunch. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 7. I had a great stay at the Super 8 last night. Had a good night's sleep. Nice bed, soft pillow, some good town food. So I'm raring to go this morning. Was planning on getting on the trail around 7, but I noticed that my phone did not charge overnight. So I didn't get on the trail until 8. Wanted to get my phone nice and charged. So this morning I've been walking in between highways, so it's been a little noisy. I went under Interstate 81. I'm back in the woods. There's still some road traffic, but today I think I'll be up onto the Blue Ridge Parkway, crossing over that multiple times. So looking forward to that today. Not quite sure how many miles I'm gonna go. I've been hiking around a lot of thru hikers, and I've realized that I've been trying to keep up with them. And so I think I need to cut back on my mileage a little bit, because they've been hiking for over 700 and some miles over the last few months, since March, I would say. And I've only been out here a week. So my trail legs are not what theirs are. So as much as I'd like to keep up with them, made few good friends so far. But we'll see how it goes. It all depends on the terrain. I'm trying to cross this road, so I'll catch up with you later. Have a good day. Looks like I have a 3-mile gradual climb up to Folkhart Knob, and I'm currently coming out of the woods into this little pasture area. A little breezy this morning, as you can hear. It's beautiful. Beautiful day, nice and cool. I already took off my fleece. I made it to the Folkhart Knob shelter. I'm gonna stop here and take a break. I've hiked 5 miles so far this morning, so that's not too bad. About an hour and a half. Gonna have some fresh strawberries that I packed out this morning and a cereal bar. I'm supposed to be going to the Wilson Creek shelter, which is 3.4 miles, but it's going to get me there way too early in the day. So maybe I'll stop there and have my lunch and then try to get a few more miles in and stay at a stealth campsite, someplace where I can get water. So we'll see how the afternoon goes. It's a beautiful day. Haven't seen very many people today. Definitely not in the hiking bubble this year. So it's been beautiful. Weather is perfect again. See you up the trail. This is Black Horse Gap. Really not much to see, but the Blue Ridge Parkway is just right up there. So I'm still gonna go a few more miles yet before I try to find a campsite. Catch you up the trail. Pretty much missed the rhododendron, but I found this bush that still had some flowers on it. I love the color, so pretty. I almost stepped on this guy. I've never seen a green snake like that before. Huh. I wonder what kind it is. I'll have to look that up. Crossing over the Blue Ridge Parkway to an overlook. These really are the first views I've had today. Taylor Mountain Overlook. I could look at these views all day long. This is Harvey's Knob Overlook. This is actually on the other side of Blue Ridge Parkway. So I didn't take my own advice this morning about slowing my miles down. Today I did 18.6 miles. I was feeling really, really good after that stay in Daleville. So I just took my time and I got to the shelter, and of course I got there so late it was all full and there was no campsites available. So I had to pitch my tent on this Forest Service road, and I hope no cars come up here tonight. I doubt there will be. So I'm currently cooking my dinner. I'm going to have kale and white bean stew, and hopefully it tastes good because I'm hungry. Good morning. Got on the trail about 7:45 this morning, and I walked right up to the Blue Ridge Parkway, and this is the Peaks of Otter overlook, and straight ahead we have Sharp Top Mountain and Flat Top Mountain. And then straight across the Blue Ridge on the other side, I have these views. Nice way to start the day. This is Mills Gap. Way down there is the James River. Hello everybody. I'm on my way to Middle Creek Campground. I'm gonna have lunch there. They have burgers, fries, milkshakes. I have really been undecided on what I want to do today. I know it's a holiday weekend, so I don't know if they have any campsites available or anything like that. So I'm gonna have my lunch there, get a feel for the place, see if they have anything available, see how I feel after lunch, maybe crank out a few more miles. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Hope you're having a good day. Well, I went to the campground and I had a cheeseburger with fries and a bowl of ice cream for dessert. And then I decided I was not going to stay there. It's a holiday weekend, and I know how campgrounds get on the weekends. They're loud and rowdy, and they were going to be having karaoke tonight. So although that may have been fun, I would not get any sleep. So I'm going to go back on the trail, see if I can get a few more miles in. It's only about 1:30, so we'll just see how far I get this afternoon. Hope you're having a good day. Talk to you later. This is the Bryant Ridge Shelter. This is where I'll be spending the night. There's no campsites along here, so I'm gonna sleep in here. This shelter holds like 20 people. There's a bottom area, and then there's a loft up there. Pretty cool. Good morning. Welcome to day 9. Had a good night's stay in the Bryant Ridge shelter last night. It was a double-decker shelter. There ended up being 9 of us there last night. There was 4 guys that came in later. They slept in their hammocks. So it's a bit breezy and chilly today. And the first 5 miles were pretty much all uphill, so I'm glad I had to do that in the beginning of the day. It's early, it's only about 10, not even 10 o'clock yet, and I'm halfway through my day. I'm just doing 10 miles today. There's a closure up ahead on the trail due to aggressive bear activity. So there's no camping within like a 10-mile space on the trail. So I have to cut the day short so I can get through that whole section tomorrow without stopping. So the rhododendron are in bloom here. It's so pretty right now. Some rhododendron there. And right here. This is the view from Black Rock Overlook. I'm at the top of Apple Orchard Mountain, and these are my views. Very windy today, as you can probably hear. And there's this big communication tower up here. I'm coming up to a section of the trail that they call the guillotine. There it is. That rock is just wedged in there. I'm spending the night at the Thunder Hill shelter tonight. It's only a little bit after 1, got here early. I was climbing for almost 10 miles today, so I'm exhausted. So I'm glad to get here early. We're supposed to have rain. So I'll be sleeping in the shelter tonight. Can't wait to have lunch. Good morning, everybody. Sunday morning. Very cold and windy today, and we were supposed to get rain overnight in the up at the shelter, but we didn't get any. It was super crowded. Everybody was expecting the rain. It never came, but it is cold out, as you can tell the way I'm dressed. But right now I'm at Thunder Ridge Lookout, and it's beautiful. I have 14.2 miles to do today, so I got an early start. I was on the trail by 6:30, trying to beat this rain. So I'm going to be hiking into the active bear area, so I'm kind of hoping we don't see a bear, because they said it's kind of aggressive. It's not afraid of humans. So we'll see what happens. Staying at a hostel tonight. That's where my truck's parked. I'm gonna stay there the night and see if I can get a shuttle, because I still have another week of my hike. So I'll have to see if I can get shuttled further north up on the trail and then get driven back so I can get back on the trail again tomorrow at some point. Well, I'll catch you later. Hope you have a happy Sunday and everybody's having a great Memorial Day weekend with lots of family time and barbecues. Catch you later. Getting ready to cross over the James River footbridge, which is the longest footbridge over any river along the trail. So glad the weather forecasters were wrong once again. The only only rain we had today were a few little sprinkles. Very cool. Happy Memorial Day and welcome to day 11. I'm still at Stanimals, going to be shuttling up further up on the trail. Have about an hour drive and then I'll get shuttled back and get back on the trail around lunchtime. This is Stanimals Hostel. This is where I spent the night.
Stories from him and Stephen King.
Yeah, all the odd times I've read.
If he's written it, I've read
Camp in the backyard. I'll show you inside. This is the kitchen. Dining area. Living area. There's some bunk rooms back here. That's one of the bunk rooms. It's bathroom. And this is another bunk room. That was my bunk. And there's rooms upstairs. Well, it's about 1 o'clock and I'm just getting on trail. I had to do a really long shuttle with my car to move it north on the trail because I'll be out for another week now. So I just got dropped off where I left off yesterday at the James River Bridge. And for now the rain has stopped, so I'm happy about that. Still very misty, foggy, but it's not raining currently. My intentions were to go 10 miles today up to the Punch Bowl shelter. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it or not. Pack is pretty heavy because I have a full 5-day supply of food. So that makes things heavy. So we'll see how it goes. I know it's pretty much an uphill climb most of the way to the shelter. And I still need to stop for lunch. So we'll see how it goes. I'll talk to you later. Walking along this really pretty stream. The water's just cascading down off the rocks. Here's the trail so far. Pretty flat. Haven't started the uphill climb yet. It finally stopped raining. And the clouds, you can see the clouds coming up off the mountains. Pretty much in a fog all day long, so there was no views until now. Pretty neat. I just finished my last big climb of the day to the top of Cove Mountain. That's the clouds. I'm heading down to Punch Bowl Shelter. It's 1.6 miles to go, all downhill. Can't wait to get there and get something to drink. I'm thirsty. Good morning and welcome to day 11. Or no, it's 12 already, day 12. So it was rainy, as I said before, most of the day yesterday. Then it cleared up late in the afternoon for a little bit. And then overnight it poured again. So I had to pack up a very wet tent. And everything is soggy and wet. But that's part of being out here. Got to take the good with the bad. So I'm doing about 15 miles today. Got a little bit of a later start than I would have liked to, but it's hard to get out of your sleeping bag when it's raining out. But I'm back on the trail. It's a little foggy out. So we'll see how the day goes. This is what the trail looks like so far. You can hear the rain, water coming off the leaves. At least it's not too rocky yet. Check in with you later. So I was hiking along and look what I came across. 800 miles. I've hiked 800 miles from Springer Mountain, Georgia, up to this point. Crossing this suspension bridge. There's a creek. Not sure what creek this is. Sun keeps going in and out, but I think it's going to be a cloudy day most of the day. Ooh, this thing bounces. Fun. Memories of the Brown Mountain Creek community. As you travel north along the next 1.4 mile section of the Appalachian Trail, watch for the remains of an abandoned community. Freed slaves built and lived in this small farm community in the early 1900s. The memories and insights into life on Brown Mountain Creek came from a former resident, Mr. Taft Hughes, during an oral interview with the Forest Service. The homes were small and the people hard-working. The food was simple but nourishing. Mr. Hughes remembered his mother's ash cakes, which were cooked on the hearth covered with ashes and coals. She would take them out of there and she had a special broom made from corn, broom corn. She'd sweep them off real good and then would wash them. You didn't taste any ashes on them, but they were much sweeter than if you baked them in a stove. Much sweeter. We'd eat them right there, and lots of times for supper, we'd have that and a glass of milk. I wish I had one now. It would be impossible to match that flavor. Lots of history in this area. I wonder if these are some remnants from the Brown Creek community. There's a bunch of rocks there. Then across the trail, there's some more. Not sure. I'm slowly making the 4-mile climb up Bald Knob. It's taken me a couple of hours. It's always harder to make the climbs when it's at the end of the day. I think I still have about 1/10 of a mile to go, so I'm almost there. Welcome to Cove Mountain View and day 13. I'm at the summit of Cove Mountain, and these are the beautiful views from the top of the mountain. So blessed to see this every single day. I think I'm gonna have a lot of views today. There's a deer at the top here. Turned around and there it was. I'm getting ready to descend Cove Mountain, and as I was walking along the summit, I came across a few more views. Sun shining today. The songbirds are singing. Wildlife is out. Just beautiful. I'm really being treated this morning. I've been in the wide open instead of in the woods for a while now, and it's such a treat because you get to see the mountains all around you. The trail goes this way and goes up that hill. I'm on my way to Coal Mountain now. So last night I stayed at Cal Camp Gap Shelter, which was 0.6 off the trail, which is kind of far to go. I didn't think many people would be there, but the water sources are not great. So sometimes you're forced to go that distance. So it turned out there was 8 people there last night. So it was good. I had a campfire and everybody went to bed early. There we go. I am on Tar Jacket Ridge. I often wonder how they get the names of some of these places. Tar Jacket. I'll have to look that up. But these are my views before I'm going back into the woods. I'm taking a blue blaze trail to Spy Rock, and all the rhododendron are in bloom in this area. Beautiful. I made it to the top of Spy Rock, and there's views 360 degrees all the way around. Absolutely breathtaking. I'm making my last climb of the day up Priest Mountain. I won't get to the very top today. I'm going to the shelter, which is probably 3/4 of the way there. I have like another mile to go. So it hasn't been too bad of a day. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but nothing too bad. Of course, this last climb is the steepest so far. So I will, by the time I get to the shelter, it's a 17.4 mile day today. So another big day. So the funny thing about the Priest shelter is each shelter has a logbook, and you write the date and your name and when you were here. Well, the Priest shelter, that logbook serves as a confessional where hikers go to confess their trail sins. So I hear there's some pretty funny entries in there. So we'll see what they have to say. Good morning from the top of Priest Mountain, and welcome to day 14.
Because they're old and rotten.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
old and rotten, or I don't know. I've seen some that have been, cut, and I'm looking at them. I'm like, I'm curious if that one was old, and because it doesn't look like it. Had a 4.5 mile climb down the Priest today, all downhill this morning. Now I'm crossing over this suspension bridge with a beautiful creek on both sides. Now I have about a 3-mile climb up to Harper's Creek Shelter, where that will be my morning snack break. I just had my lunch at that lovely little spot there. Was able to get some water, soak my feet a little bit, and now I'm heading up the trail for 3.5 miles up the 3 ridges. So hopefully there's lots of switchbacks and it won't be too bad, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty steep climb. See you at the top. I'm about 1 mile up 3 ridges. It's been very rocky and steep, so it's been taking me a while, but this is one of the views on my way up. That mountain straight across over there is the Priest, and that's where I came from this morning. Came right down that ridge line for 4.5 miles. Well, I made it to the top of 3 ridges. It took about 2.5 hours to climb 3.5 miles. It was nothing but rocks the whole way up, boulders. It was one of the harder climbs so far on this hike, and there's no view at the top. So now I'm starting to go downhill. But the treat for today is I'm actually going to be reaching my truck, and there's a brewery called, I forget the name of it, Devil's Backbone Brewery, and they offer free camping there, and they have showers. So I'm going to drive everybody down to it, and that's where we're going to spend the night. Get some nice food, take a shower, and have a good time. Whoops. So, I'm glad that climb's over. I have 4.2 miles to go. It's coming back down the back side of Three Ridges, and this is Hanging Rock Overlook. That's part of the Three Ridges going up that I spent all afternoon going up. Now I'm coming down the back side of it. Good morning and welcome to day 15 from the Blue Ridge Parkway and the Blue Ridge Mountains. Currently standing at Three Ridges Mountain Overlook. That's the Three Ridges mountain that I spent all day yesterday climbing up and over. This is the view from Cedar Cliffs. Looks like there's a town or some farms down that way. This is my lunch spot for today. I'm looking out over at Wintergreen ski area. Three Ridges and the Priest are in the background there somewhere. Had a great stay at Devil's Backbone Brewery base camp last night. It was nice to get a shower, wash my hair, and get some delicious food. Got a good night's sleep. I'm extending my hike by a day or two, and so I had to shuttle my car ahead this morning. So the shuttle driver picked me up and drove me back to the trailhead at Reed's Gap where I left off yesterday. And I'm back heading north. So today I'm doing close to 14 and a half miles. And I'm staying at the Paul Wolf shelter. So I don't think it's going to be that crowded there tonight because It's right before the town of Waynesboro, and a lot of people just hike the extra 5 miles so they can get into town and take a break, stop at sleep in a hostel, get their clothes washed and laundered. So I've been taking my time this afternoon. The trail has been rocky again today, but more bigger, flatter rocks, so they're not so hard on your feet. And it's been a lot more smaller ups and downs, not climbing for 3.5, 4 miles. So it's been a much easier day, and I'm just taking my time, enjoying pretty much my last day, full day on trail. Tomorrow is going to be a short 5-mile hike back to my car, and I'll start making my way towards home. Gonna spend the night in Winchester, Virginia tomorrow night because I have a family reunion on Sunday that I'm going to go to. So, good day today. Last view of the day. Heading down to the shelter. I have a little less than 1 mile to go. Good morning. Welcome to day 16. Today is my last day on trail. I only have about 5 miles to go. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. I love being out here. I love seeing all the mountain views every day and just being out in nature and all the fun people that you meet. Stayed at the shelter last night, camped there, and had some good laughs with the other hikers that were there. And then my mother and daughter came hiking in, and it turns out that the one woman lives in Philly, but she was originally from Bucks County, and she lived in Jamieson. So you always meet at people that live nearby. So it's fun. It was a good hike. I've done 200 miles, almost exactly 200 miles in 16 days, which is quite an accomplishment for me. So I'm happy with that. And I'll see you up at the trail in just a little bit. The trail is beautiful this morning. Nice and smooth. No rocks like I've had the last few days. You can just cruise and get your miles in quickly when it looks like this. There's a nice breeze blowing. Nice. Just came across this little cemetery. Let's check it out. Some little headstones there, here. They're just headstones. There's nothing written. Oh, let's see. Rose Lee Phillips, November 4th, 1934 to July 1st, 2016. Huh. That's all that's left of the home, the fireplace. just popped out of the woods back into civilization, and my hike has ended for today. It was a great 200 miles. Met a lot of wonderful people, and I can't wait to get out here again. Kaleidoscope signing off.